At that time I was really happy because the paper went really well. But then when I got the news, I was honestly really sad. And it's the whole 1 year of hard work and those 5 days of regular practice, and it's all down the drain. And I honestly don't think they should give the foreign students a retest, because the paper leaked in Delhi and it was not our fault.
The news of retest of grade 10 and 12 makes us very unhappy because we have to reschedule our plans.
Our batch of grade 10 of 17-18 has been suffering a lot since the beginning of the year due to sudden changes like compulsory boards, the full syllabus. We also have to do 2 pre-boards before our board exams. And now once we are done, we get the news that we have to do our boards again. This clashes with our holidays between the grade 10th and 12th, and now we have no holidays and are continuously stressed more for the coming retest, and this affects lakhs of students due to the mistakes of a very few.
Daughter had written the 10th board exam and she was so happy. All her papers were good and this was her last exam, but she was very disappointed by the news that the maths paper got leaked.
It was a very good paper. It was extremely easy, but then when we came back home we realized that the papers were leaked and that we had to write a re-exam. So this was a shock. Like, it was terrifying. Like, we couldn't accept the fact that the paper that was so easy had to be rewritten, and now it's going to be really hard and we cannot accept it.
The paper was not at all leaked in the UAE. Our kids already had so much of burden of the full syllabus. Now again this will be a great burden on them for the re-exam. Already it was the last paper yesterday and they all were very happy that they have finished the whole year burden, but again it's going to be re-exam, which we are really not supporting it. I really beg CBSE, please don't do the re-exam. Give the punishment only to those students who have done this culprit, not to everyone.
Me being someone who absolutely despises the subject was extremely happy by the fact that it would be my very last math examination. But when I came back from a 3-hour paper, I found out that I would have to write an exam for the same subject again because of few people who tried to use unfair means to up their grades. I'm extremely disappointed in the fact that I would have to put in the same amount of hard work and give an exam for the same subject once again.
The economics retest, it's really sad to know that our children have to go through this again, because it's very stressful for all the children, I feel, and they're not ready for this actually, because it is such a shocking news and we had no clue about economics. It is really shocking.
If we are not responsible for something, or if we haven't done something, we shouldn't be responsible for it. We did hear reports about papers being leaked, but after the exam was over, and none of it was around the countries that we live around, like it wasn't anywhere around GCC. So I feel like if the papers have been leaked around Delhi region, then, or whichever area in India, they should be entitled to write the paper again. We shouldn't be suffering because of someone else's actions. Moreover,
I feel like they should have taken all the precautionary measures that they could have before such a situation came up. And in fact, before one of our exams, they had asked us to take off our watches and we were not allowed to carry our sweaters with us. And I feel they had diverted all their attention to such irrelevant areas rather than putting their attention on areas which are actually prevented such a situation.
And there are students who are going for many competitive exams who have to go to India for crash courses. Now a re-examination means again they have to go back to India or leave the crash course. If they go back to India, they have to come back and write the rewrite the exam, economics paper, and then again go back. Like, it's a trauma on them. Like, students, they have studied for, come on, 1 full year and now you are playing with the lives of students. This is very wrong. Like, I would really request CBSE to think, rethink, and then take.
I had found out about the retest yesterday when rumors were already circulating among students and teachers that there might be a retest. When the circular had been officially released, my reaction was initially of disbelief that due to 2 reported leakages of the paper only within India, over 500 commerce and science students located across India and foreign countries would have to rewrite the paper. As a student, I see it as a burden, but at the same time it is a chance for us to improve upon our scores, and that's how I plan on looking upon it. And my future plan is to just wait for the date to be announced and prepare as well as I can.
for those who are having entrance exams on these dates, they will have to struggle with it and they will have to compensate for this exam.
so they won't necessarily get into the universities which they really wish to. So this is causing a lot of problems for us, and I hope the CBSE will come through with a solution, and I hope that there's not going to be any more situations like this ever again.